Hello everyone, and welcome to Monster Hunter Rise. Now, you might be wondering, how did I end up in this situation? Stuck in a temporal time loop, just being thrown back. Well, I decided to tell Hinoa that the Dango is not good for her health, and well, her sash was getting a little bit too tight. She didn't take kindly to that, so now we're stuck like this. In all seriousness, no, I hope you are doing well out there, as we launch into the final few missions of BLEH. We have this Junuga left, and the Anjanath. And for argument's sake, I'm saying Anjanath. They try so hard to make Anjanath look threatening. Which in this one he kind of is. Many hunters were caught unaware by just how much of a power creep he took. That being said, this is the last of the world monsters that is in Rise. Which begs the question, how did they get out of the new world? Puke Puke has wings, that one makes sense. Tobi Kadachi, he's cunning enough to find a way off. And he can glide if need be. Kulyaku is derpy enough that people don't notice. After all, you saw he was a master of stealth. But Anjanath makes no sense coming back from the new world. But yeah, I'm still light bow gunning for now. I've been having fun with it. I didn't get to use the gun a lot with my other characters, so... But yeah, like I said, I hope you're all doing well out there. Things just keep getting crazier and crazier. I know I'm recording this, like, weeks before you're actually going to see it. Oh yeah, spoilers. Movie magic, everything that's actually taken place weeks, if not months prior. I used to do daily uploads, but didn't realize it was kind of a nightmare to do the literal daily. So there are still daily uploads, just not made. Well, I can't even say that because I do pretty much make content daily. Either for here, or writing, or just over on Twitch right now. That might slow in time. What's it doing? But for now, I've been finding a nice flow with everything. And I don't think getting into blacksmithing is going to slow that down anytime soon. We're actually starting on the foundation of that, so I'm quite pleased. My hope is in 2 years' time to make a Damascus Sanmai Swordbreaker. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm not even kidding. I plan to make it my magnum opus starting out. My first big actual test. But yeah, I always wanted to do blacksmithing for the longest time. Due to certain elements, I was finally able to live that dream. Ooh, he finally hit me. But yeah, Anji, the world T-Rex, who still has some of the best armor in my opinion in high rank. And as I get closer and closer to the quote-unquote end of the monster selection, I can give a verdict. This game, it suffered from crunch. Bad. It was almost rushed out the door without any kind of finishing content. That being said, what was here was polished. Like, incredibly polished. It's just fun to pick up and play. It really is. Even after I have 200 plus hours into it now, between all three characters. I'm still coming back because I love the gameplay. The monsters have been fine-tuned to hell and back. He does not want to give up that fire. Yeah, if you shoot him in the throat or cut him in the throat long enough, he actually falls back. Except. Heck, this used to be another punching bag from World that has been given a full fight. In many ways, he was the filter of World for many people. Of course, my fondest memory is still shooting him through the face with a Dragon Piercer bow. Well, Dragon Piercer shot from a bow. And cutting off his tail in the process and breaking his face. All in one fell swoop. So yeah, I have a soft spot for Anji now. Plus, he's a freaking T-Rex. Really, I just hope they bring back Fulgur Anji because he was fun. Other than that, as you're probably seeing otherwise on the channel, I've been doing more platformers. Because I hate myself. No, really. That's pretty much the real reason. I suck at platformers, so the only reason I'm doing it is because I'm pushing myself as hard as I can already, when I'm already pushing myself as hard as I can. That being said, I'm not exactly the worst as I thought. I'm pretty bad at them, but not the worst. Other than that, Forged Fantasy, my newest piece, should be up by the time this goes out. More than likely 20 plus chapters. It's been an interesting experience so far. Because it's a dual narrative, I have not been sure where to cut and where to actually do first person third. I've been trying to keep them in separate chapters, but at some point they're going to collide. So it's just figuring out when. Funny enough, because it is the first draft, I have it set up where it's just like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then name of one of the characters. No, wait, it was 6, name of the characters, 9. No. 6, name of the character, 8, name of the character, name of the character, so far. That way it's clear and distinct for anyone watching. Really? You're going to bully the Kula-Yuku? Okay. So, Raptor versus T-Rex. Where have I seen this? Get him, Kulu! But yeah, as you can see, he has these weird fans on his back. In truth, I think it's an intimidation tactic, but he doesn't really need to intimidate here. Oh, look at that heat tile. But yeah, this is why I don't really like to run guns most of the time, because it trivializes the majority of the hunt. Don't get me wrong, it is cathartic. But you're pretty much doing the minimum. It's not the same as bringing an actual sword, or axe, or hammer, or whatever. There's less of a threat. It's very relaxing. Although I still say bow's the most relaxing because all you have to worry about is coding sometimes. You can get away with most of the early fights with no codings. Oh, he almost got me. He almost got me. Oh, he's presenting his throat. And down goes good old T-Rex. T-Rex. Oh, he finally hit me again. I missed. Am I the only one that can see him crying out, "Mommy! They're picking on me!" as he's running away like that? And dead. Good old Anji now. I say that when he was just in World. These always feel like they take forever. Makes me wish that I brought some traps. I mean, I know it was gunning, but how did I get 3 tails from it? How? Hey, Elric! Got some big news for you. An Almudron was spotted in the shrine ruins. It's rarely seen outside the mountains. This must have something to do with the rampage. At any rate, we can't have this thing near Kimura. We have to stop it before it gets any closer. And as a proud hunter of Kimura, you're tasked with taking it down. The urgent quest has been registered with Hinoa. We're counting on you now, so get to it. Yeah, if my was any indication, I don't like this monster. In fact, I'm going to be capturing it. But before that, let's go ahead and see the engine asset. Yeah, still Hedge Knight. Females get a full barbarian look. Guys, not so much. It pretty much looks more like a toned-down Rathalos set. It's one of those few cases where the women actually do get the better armor in this game, and I do mean armor and armor, not clothes. It's at least unique looking enough to be considered. But let's go take on Almudron. Luckily, I got a good enough gun for him. Oh, Elric, I've been waiting for you. An urgent quest has just come in. This time you're up against an Almudron. This monster is a real stick in the mud and loves to fight dirty. Literally. But I know you're no stranger to getting your hands dirty, so get out there and win this mudslinging contest. Alright, let's get a few more. And go beat us a mudsnake. Almudron. This monster is quite literally the filter of Monster Hunter Rise. And yet I really don't want to call it that because I don't think it does a well enough job preparing you for anything after it. This monster is arguably the worst in all of Monster Hunter history in terms of how to fight it. And it's a shame because it's the third to have the Leviathan skeleton with Nagiakrus, Giganox, Mitsusune. Sorry, the fourth with the Leviathan skeleton. Nagiakrus, Giganox, as I stated. Well, I stated Nagiakrus as well. But yeah, it's the fourth Leviathan. I would have preferred to fight Laggy here than Almudron. Which is a shame because it has some of the coolest armors and weapon. Yes, armors, plural, because the male and female set might as well be night and day. But yes, here it is. And the best advice I can give about this monster? Treat its face like its ass and its ass like its face. I am being serious. It leads with its ass for the majority of its fighting. Ah, it's got me pinned. But yeah, if you want to follow where it's going, watch its tail most of the time. Of course, with how long it is in most Leviathans, it's a pierce magnet. But this is one of those monsters where you are screwed if you're trying to get a certain item from it, because its whole item pool is split pretty much right down the middle, 50-50, which is better to capture and which one's better to carve. Of course, majority of the time you're probably going to go after the plate, which means you're better off capturing and breaking. And this thing actually has several secrets to it. You see that? That's heated mud. It will hurt you if you stand in it. So they made one of the more annoying status debilitators turned into a freaking field hazard into now a heated death trap. Because it's not slow damage, no. It's pretty significant. I had to fight this monster a lot of times on Twitch, which you can still catch the VODs hopefully by the time this goes up. But essentially, I was trying to get its golden Almudron orb from high rank, what I dubbed the Dragon Ball. And looking online at the time, it pretty much was a Dragon Ball with how hard it was to find initially. Just people complaining about it rather than any kind of picture of it. This is one of those few monsters that I recommend just going ranged gun on it because you can watch every part of it. When you're in the thick of it, you're not going to see all the subtle movements, which it has a ton of. Why does everyone pick on Kulu Yaku? I have a feeling that's going to be the title of the episode. Everyone hates Kulu. He does not deserve this. Not. Normal 3 is probably my best bet here. And as a Leviathan, he has a lot of breakable parts. The most obvious are his back and his tail, but you can also break his whiskers, his claws, and his spirit. That's the best one to break. And no, you can't sever the tail, but you can break it. If you're wondering why I'm going silent, it's because I really, again, do not like this monster. Ah, wrong button. And again, this is all personal taste. I don't want to sour your judgment on it if you do like it. I just cannot stand him. Even after so many hunts, I still cannot appreciate him. His whole thing is he spam. Remember how I complained about that with earlier monsters from this genre? Yeah, he's the epitome of it. And I just do not like it. However, that being said, he's still a step above Noir. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Just like the floor is floor and ceiling is ceiling and grass is yellow. Because somehow it's still snowing all the way into, well, May. Are you really going to pick on Bishaten? And why is it quiet? They have a turf war? That was cathartic. Watching the king of spam get spammed even harder. Dang right, show us who's boss. I'll load up the last two shots of sticky ammo, because I want to break that tail. spam, spam, spam. Hey, Kulu. So yeah, are you tired of seeing spam yet? Because I know I am. I'll probably cut this episode down because of it. Or leave this in. Just so it's known how annoyed I am with this monster. Not challenged. Not finding it hard. Freaking annoyed. Oh yeah, and then it can also make this ball here. Why? Because it can. I mean, it's already a giant dung beetle. In my eyes. But it's a shame, because I love the design upon initially seeing it. And its fight just... I'm really tempted to put it to sleep, because that's exactly what it's doing to me right now. And there is my cue. Alright, let's see what we got from this thing. Oh, look at that, a plate. I'm just going to hold it on there as I can hear several people screaming about this. Well, well, Eric. Nicely done. I should have guessed an Almudron was no match for you. Hinoa has 6 star quests ready for you now. Go check them out. Before you run off, have you tried out any of the quests that old Hoj and Minato have for you in the Gathering Hub yet? Quests there are a bit tougher, but you're not afraid of a little challenge, are you? Didn't think so! Ha 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 ha! With skills like yours, you need to be aiming higher. Now get to it, and may the fires of success burn bright for you. Alright, and as you can see, we have more. But first, let's go ahead and see its armor and realize just how amazing it is. Yeah. Weird snake lizard in the mud that looks ancient as hell gives Robo-Techno Cybertron armor. Where Garurumon Digimon. And this is what I mean from a design philosophy. Rathalos looks like an armor set you would expect to fight Rathalos in or from Rathalos. Mitsusune, Japanese aesthetic. Nargacuga, ninja. Anjanath, kind of a hedge knight barbarian look, because it's from the New World. Sinister set, Shogun, that one actually makes sense. Alucanth, Bugs, Kadachi. Not really sure how to feel about that. Not sure what to label that as. Barioth, kind of a tribal set. Rathian, knight armor. Somnicanth, which this one doesn't really make as much sense to me, but given what it is. Viserias, Puke Puke, Bishaten. I'm just pointing this out because Almudron and Acnosum go so far against their freaking philosophies that it's hilarious. Even Tetranodon does a better job of keeping the status quo. However, unlike other episodes, we are going to be talking to Hinoa here before we call it. Thanks again for taking care of that urgent quest and with such urgency. Not to mention you saved a bunch of villagers a trip to the cleaners. I can recommend a good place, by the way. Anyway, I know Elder Fugen already told you, but I'm obligated to repeat it. You are now able to take on 6-star quests. There are so many great quests here, perfect for a formidable warrior like yourself. Hunt all the monsters. Or take a bath. Either way, I'll be waiting here for my order of Bunny Dongo to arrive. But before I start stuffing my face, care to have a look at the quest list? I would, but I just want to point this out. Look in the top right. There is no village progress anymore. We have completely finished village quests. There is no advanced quest for this. Nothing that is pseudo high rank. So, in all essence, we have completed Monster Hunter Village. We have completed Monster Hunter Rise. That being said, I will do a couple more episodes following up this with all the monsters that you can see in single player still, as well as I'm going to be using this character far more on online. I might give a taste here and there, but for the most part I will only be covering the new monsters when I finally do record. So, I hope you all enjoyed this series. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in another episode. Have a good one.